Texans roundup. Yes, Chargers in Houston to take on the Texans, and the Chargers wearing the fire department hats and shirts in support of the responders fighting the fires back there in Los Angeles. Just 2 minutes to go in the first half. Texans are down 6-0, and they're in all kind of trouble until somehow that happened. C.J. Stroud finds time, finds Xavier Hutchinson. Big gain there, 34-yard pickup on the play. The drive continues. Stroud. Nico Collins is deep in the secondary. That's a 37-yard gain. And now they're in the red zone. So it's 3rd and 11 from the 13. Stroud to Collins. He had 7 catches, 122 yards. That's a franchise playoff record. That drive was a 99-yard drive. First in a playoff game since the Bears did it in the wild card round back in 2020. Texans up 7-6. After Chargers 3 and out, Texans get the ball back. Stroud scrambling. Come move with the movement. We are in field goal range, and they would get that field goal. They led it 10-6 at the half. Third quarter we go. Chargers down a touchdown. Justin Herbert to Ladd McConkey, too high, picked off by Eric Berry. I'll take that and raise you 6. We show you the replay, and it was right to Murray. He was there, right place, right time. Texans pushed the lead to 20-6, and it was a tough day for Justin Herbert. He only had 3 interceptions the entire season. He had 4 in this game. That went off the hands of Will Dissly, Derek Stingley Jr. That's a big gain. Texans would add a field goal. 23-6, they would go up. But Herbert, undeterred. How about that catch by McConkey? And all of a sudden, to the house, 86 yards. McConkey, 9 catches, 197 yards. They're down 23-12, plenty of time. But on the extra point, it's blocked. And then D'Angelo Ross picks it up. He's gone the other way. So the defense converts a 2-point conversion. So you do the math. The Chargers only made up 4 points on that deficit. It's 25-12 now. Less than 40 to go in the game. It's 4th and 1 on the Chargers 17. Kick the field goal. No, we're going for it. And Mixon, he went all the way to the end zone. 25 carries, 106 yards. Houston wins it 32-12. D'Amico Ryans, your quarterback. C.J. Stroud, what'd you see?
Our best player stepped up and made big plays for us to win this game. And none other than C.J. Just want to make sure, he gets the love that he deserves, like the play that he made on the fumble snap and throw to Hutch. Like, that's the play that just sparked our entire not our offense, but our entire team.
Yeah, it's tough. I let the team down, and you can't turn over the ball like that and expect to win, and put the team into a tough position there with 4 turnovers like that. So, the defense hung tough. They got some turnovers. They gave us opportunities, but I just have to be be
You feel like it's a step in the right direction moving forward?
Yeah, it's a favorite team, favorite ball team I've ever been on, and one thing I can promise you is the sun will come up tomorrow, and we'll be attacking it with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
The words of the great Jack Harbaugh, his dad. So we need some context here. Herbert threw the ball 504 times during the regular season.
Yep.
Only 3 of those were picked off, the fewest among qualified QBs. He threw a career-high 4 picks in this game against the Texans. He's the first player in NFL history to throw more interceptions in a playoff game than he did in a regular season with at least 200 pass attempts.
I feel like there were times today where this game was like literally putting the Wild into like wild card weekend. And at one point my husband was like, this game is drunk.
Yes.
It was all of those things. You cannot not talk about the amount of pressure that Herbert was under, though. So what did the Texans do that other teams didn't to completely disrupt him?
What's funny is that it wasn't like some exotic blitz plan. It literally was beating the man in front of you. Like, that's how simple it was. It just, we're better up front. Here's Joe Alt, first-round pick, a right tackle. It's Danielle Hunter. It's 3rd and 8. He loses right away. And so we saw the interceptions. There was pressure on a bunch of other stuff. How about this? Here's Danico Autry on Sawyer, the right guard. I mean, this is tough right here. And this would be a touchdown to McConkey if he doesn't have to reset and try to make that throw. And it was constant, because here's Autry on Sawyer again. And it's the same thing, another 3rd down play, where they're getting off the field because they're getting to the quarterback right away. Not a bunch of games up front. There's not a bunch of different exotic looks blitz-wise. It literally was just, okay, hey, I'm going against this guy. I'm beating him. That's the problem. And then you say, well, how do you throw 4 interceptions when you're 3 all year? Because they were in his face all day.
So for the Chargers, another playoff appearance with another disappointing loss. Even though they were on the road, most of their fans felt like they were going to win this game. Herbert had such a good season. Jim Harbaugh's first year. Where is the direction of this team considering what they were expecting here in the postseason?
Well, listen, I think it's still a trending upwards football team. I know expectations are high because they have an elite quarterback, but they changed the way they played football there. They wanted to run the ball more. They wanted to control the clock more. They wanted to play that way. But they need to get receivers that can get open. The reality is Ladd McConkey is far and away their best receiver. Had 14 targets in this game. Nobody else stepped up. Quentin Johnson couldn't win on 3rd down. It has a drop right there as well. Then you had Will Dissly, the second most targeted player on the team in this game. Had 2 balls go off his hand, one of them that went, for an interception that was run back. So I just think that, people are going to start to be critical of Justin Herbert, say, hey, can you win in these big moments? But the reality is they need some receivers for the Chargers in order to take that next step and compete with elite teams in the AFC.
Basically, he's saying send help.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Because he's that good for sure.
He's with us all show. He comes in for the day we get him here. We're not going to give him up. So we're stuck with him the rest of the hour.
We've got more from a wild card weekend start here on SportsCenter. We've got 2 more days of this stuff. How cool is that? Why the Eagles shouldn't be too quick to discount the rust factor. That's a conversation. Plus, Duke has Cooper flagged. The ACC record book probably needs to get a white flag and start waving it. Got to see what he did on Saturday. And the touching story behind Anthony Edwards' new wristband and the young fan who gave it.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Và video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ đi tô màu và những bức tranh của mình tô màu sẽ chắc chắn rất chi là đẹp. Mình sẽ tô rất chi nhiều những con vật này, mà chủ yếu của mình sẽ tô là con vật rất chi là nhiều. Đấy, đây các bạn hãy xem những con vật của mình. Đây là những sản phẩm của mình tô màu này. Và để tô màu được những sản phẩm tuyệt đẹp gửi tặng cho tất cả các bạn thì không thể nào thiếu được hộp sáp màu. Đây là hộp sáp màu của mình này, mình đã chuẩn bị từ trước rồi. Những màu sắc thật sự là đẹp. Đây các bạn này. Và bây giờ các bạn hãy cùng theo dõi mình tô màu sản phẩm nha.
Bây giờ chip tiếp tục tô màu nhé các bạn.
Con đừng đi mà thằng rồi chứ đâu, đây là cái nha.